Welcome to another episode of Closet Factory's Operation Reorganization.
We've traveled far and wide to bring you this episode as Jacinta and her install team put some miles on their vehicles to complete these projects.
That's right. First, we'll head out to Chesapeake to check out a gorgeous pantry and kitchen project, as well as his and her closets.
Then, we'll head down to Brunswick County to catch up with one of our own employees to see the 5 exciting spaces that were installed in her new home.
All that and more on Closet Factory's Operation Reorganization.
Hi, my name is Courtney. I am from originally Little Rock, Arkansas, born, raised Jackson, Mississippi. My husband is from Kansas City, Missouri. We met in prior military, both of us military, and he brought us here. I got out and I just followed him here. So we stayed here in Chesapeake, Virginia. We have 3 grown children, 8 grandchildren, and a lot of the family is still here as well. And so that's another reason why we stayed here. I am a dental assistant, but I work as a endo front desk operator, manager. My husband retired and he stayed with the military, so he works as a contract subcontractor for them. We created a great family here, spiritually wise. We both are very active in ministry. So we developed a evangelist ministry where we give out food to the homeless. And we've been doing that for almost 3 years. At the other home is when I met Jacinta and with the Closet Factory. They did such a beautiful job on the one room, and we formed it into my personal closet space. Oh my God, that closet is gorgeous. I hated to leave it. And from that moment forward, I told Kevin, whatever we do, we have to go custom with our closets, because I love the organization. They're able to put everything in its right space, and it makes the space look neat. So in our second home, Closet Factory did a whole bedroom for me, for my closet, as well as the closet. They customed that. Then we went downstairs and we did both of our pantries. And then they did a spare room for my mother when she moved and customized that closet as well for her. And Jacinta is just the bomb. So when we moved here, I was like, I can't go nowhere else other than Closet Factory. I need them to come and bring all that here and custom our pantry, our closets, my mother's closet, and soon some more closets, because I just love the organization. I'm very organized, and I just like having things in its right perspective space. I love how she listens. She gives me exactly what I ask for. And the Closet Factory, they come in and they just make it magic.
Hello, it's Jacinta with Closet Factory, and I am here in Chesapeake with one of my favorite families that I have done work with for years. We had so much fun doing work in the first home that once they started to build this house, they called me and asked me to come out before the walls were even up. The first house, she actually did a dressing room. She converted a whole bedroom. I was a little concerned when I came, because this house is gorgeous, it's huge, it's beautiful, but she was going from a dressing room back to just a regular walk-in closet. It worked out because her and her husband kind of negotiated some things, and she's not only got one walk-in closet, but there was also a small like step-in closet that's a part of the primary bedroom. And then her husband has his own closet as well. So it all worked out. We were able to still get all the same sections for the number of inches that she needed for all of her hanging. They love to incorporate drawers in their closets so that they don't have to have as much furniture in the primary bedrooms.
I just love my closet. I don't know what to say. I love the scarves, the wall closet. It does look like a little jungle when you walk in there, but once you get into towards the ending, I got my little Winnie the Pooh there. I love all the accents right there. I love the fact that she gave me plenty of shelving space where I can fold. I have extra space actually. And I love the fact that my husband has a closet now. Oh my God.
I know that this is a multi-family home. So they have 4 generations now, actually, living in this home. And so the pantry was really gonna need to function well. We also really got creative because this home, they did a kitchen that was black. And initially they were like, well, Jacinta, we want the pantry to match, and to coordinate. But we don't do black cabinets anymore. But we have this fabulous Thinscape product that has a black countertop option and then black hardware. And so there were certain pieces. So what I ended up doing was using our classic white and then incorporating the black accents. So the pantry and the kitchen, they're all right next to each other. So it just coordinates perfectly. It came out really great.
I love my pantry. My pantry is the biggest highlight. It was just this one big wall room and it just works. It works for all my pieces. I have a space that's highlighted just for my grandkids. When they come over, they know where to go. They know where their snacks are. The drawers pull out. Nothing can be slammed. Everything is soft. There's nobody taking anything off the hinges. I love that. Oh my God. I love my wine rack. I love what they did with my mom's closet, but I'll let you hear from her on that.
Hi, my name is Sharon. I'm Courtney's mother, and I'm so happy to have Closet Factory to do some work for me. This will be my second time. The first time Jacinta did my closet, I was living with my daughter, and I'm still living with my daughter. I love my closet. Oh, and it was so beautiful. When we moved here, my daughter, she surprised me. She did my first closet for me. She's a sweetheart, her and her husband, my son-in-law. They did me, I have 3 closets. I don't have just one, I have 3. So she did my first closet for me, and she was gonna do my other 2 closets for me. And I didn't want her to do that. So I'm doing my other 2 myself. I love my shelves. I love everything about it. I'll tell anyone, I don't care how young you are, or I don't care how old you are. If you want to invest, get yourself together and go to Closet Factory. It's something that keeps you organized, it's neat. You look at your things and your clothes are not thrown off everywhere. And I mean, it's just something that's together. And Jacinta's a person that she listens. And if you can't figure it out, she'll help you figure it out.
I have been with the Closet Factory for a couple of years now, and I am so excited I have some more things that I have placed up before Jacinta. I've already presented to her to take care of. We're gonna take, and I'm excited. I'm just excited to go ahead and just move forward so that you guys can finish with my other projects that I have. So yes, thank you so much.
Now, let's fuel up the tank and head down I-85 to meet our own Lisa Tallman, who just built a custom home in the country, and what Jacinta designed to make it complete.
Hi, I'm Lisa Tallman. My husband and I moved out here to our new home in November of last year. We're getting close to retirement, so we wanted a place where it was gonna be our forever home. So this is where we landed, in Warfield, Virginia. It's a Clayton Homes, so it's a modular home. One of the reasons we bought the house is both my husband and I like to bake. And the kitchen is wonderful. It's huge. We have a lot of counter space, a lot of space to put things. It's an open feel, lots of windows. You see a lot of outside. It's gorgeous. We didn't need many bedrooms because it's just my husband and myself. So Jim and I decided to go with a smaller amount of bedrooms, less for me to take care of. When we were starting to design, it took us a while to figure out, the process as far as for us, because we're a distance away. But we started out in December of last year when we went to the Christmas party, and we started the design work then. So Jim and I looked at the color choices while we were there, but I know that the ladies come with color choices to your home. If I hadn't been a Closet Factory employee and knew how things worked and knew where I could find the color choices, I would definitely go to the showroom, because you see everything there. The color choices, the beauty of how it looks, the sturdiness, everything is shown right there. And it gives you an idea of, when the ladies do come to talk to you, what the door styles are, what the glass type is, what things look like. So you know the type of product that you're getting.
It is a pleasure to introduce this wonderful couple that I had the opportunity to work with. Jim and Lisa are very creative people. Lisa has been working with Closet Factory for some time, and she is the first voice that most people that come to Closet Factory get the pleasure of talking to, because she schedules the appointments. So when people are interested in Closet Factory, whether they go online or whether they call, the main number, Lisa is that first person that they get to talk to. Her and Jim were at our Christmas party last year. And initially, because they're so creative, they really had designed all of the spaces on paper. They had at least started the process. Jim had even been very meticulous with sketching out the measurements for every room. And they even had initial blueprints, kind of layout of the design and the schematics of what they wanted. The office was the first area, that I saw the schematics for. And they just happened to have them because they were, at the office for our Christmas party. And I just kind of volunteered myself because I saw them, kind of looking at the designs, and they were working with Tammy on it. And I was like, I know Tammy's really busy. Let me just jump in and kind of offer to help. So we just started the conversation, and I started recommending and pulling out different samples and colors. And they kind of, told me what their desire was, and so I made recommendations based on that.
I've worked with Closet Factory for 4 years. I've been very fortunate to find them on many levels. So I asked Jeff, our owner, if he would be willing to come out and help us out. So between Jacinta and Jim and I, we figured out what we needed for the many spaces that we've done in our house so far. I work from home 100% of the time. So we have our daughters come visit. So we have 2 bedrooms that are extra, but I needed an office and something that could be a flex room, multi-purpose room. So we decided to make that room my office / Murphy bed area. So in there, I have all the equipment I need for my job, and I have extra space for when our family and friends come to visit. One of the things that I knew from working at Closet Factory before going 100% remote was that we have Murphy beds. Now, a Murphy bed is a wonderful space saver. It looks like a cabinet when it's folded up, and when you bring it down, in our case, it's a queen size bed. So people have lots of space to move around. But when you don't need it, you fold it up, you put the doors away, and it looks like a beautiful cabinet. Inside the office Murphy bedroom, what I call the office Murphy bedroom, we have a larger closet. It's a walk-in closet. It's not the primary, obviously, but we did want something besides the typical wire rack, one shelf, one rod thing. We designed that for my husband's hunting gear. So there's space for all kinds of things, all of his hunting boots, all of his hunting clothes, multiple things that he needs to take care of in there.
I went ahead and put what they had on paper into our CAD program. And I made a few little tweaks, recommendations here and there, but like I said, they're really creative and they pretty much had the inspiration already laid out. So once I met and we kind of went through the office design, I was like, okay, I'll turn this in and, so Nick and they can get started with the cut list. And then she was like, oh, we've got a ton more spaces. And I was like, what? So then I said, well, let me help you get those into CAD as well. So then we just started, they emailed me. And luckily, because of Zoom, we were able to communicate via email, and then I just set a Zoom appointment with them once I had everything in CAD and kind of went through, the designs. And so after the Zoom appointment, then I was able to just, turn everything in so that the office could pick the ball up from there and create the cut list and start manufacturing things.
In the guest room closet, the second room that we have done what we call a guest room closet. So we don't need much. We don't have much space. When we bought the house, we knew we didn't have like a closet for our outdoor clothes or coats, things like that. So we needed a multi-purpose closet in the guest room that would double as our coats when we're not needing winter coats. So we have that and storage, because storage is at a minimum until we create it.
And then of course their primary bedroom, we wanted to do their walk-in closet, which is a nice size, but they have a couple of things. Lisa has a wonderful collection. So even outside of the walk-in closet, they were gonna need more storage in the actual bedroom. So they created this beautiful wardrobe design, which is a combination. It actually can kind of serve three purposes. It's a dresser, a wardrobe, and can also be an entertainment center, the way we've designed it. Initially, when I saw the design, I was a little surprised because it had doors with glass. And most of the time, people want to hide their clothes when we're doing wardrobes. I found out because she had all these wonderful cubbies behind it, and it was for her sweater collection. So I thought that was brilliant because not only does each sweater have its own little special compartment, but she can really see them and enjoy them. So she doesn't have to wait until she's, opening the doors to wear them, but can actually enjoy looking at them every day.
In our primary, because of the limited storage space, we knew we needed to make our closet a multi-purpose closet. So we have our clothes in there. And what I do is we've designed it to where we've used the 9-foot ceilings to the most that we can. So we utilized every bit of space. We wanted to have all that extra that we didn't need for clothes for storage. The best part about it is my laundry baskets are right there. We had the hamper unit put in, so I didn't have to trip over a laundry basket in the closet all the time. So you just have to pull a drawer out, put your clothes in. When you need to wash them, the hamper bags come right out. You carry them to the laundry and there you have it. I am quite the puzzler, so part of the closet that we have in our master closet, or the primary closet, is this puzzle storage. The puzzle storage at the top is between the very top of the unit and the ceiling. So it's perfect for storing 1,000-piece puzzle boxes. When install day and days came, it ran very smoothly. We knew that everything was cut for our home, and they came out, I think it took 2 van loads, maybe 3. There was 2 gentlemen that came out and helped us. They were amazing. They did it They were very polite, very nice. They just put it together. They know what they're doing. And it looked like it should always be here. It looked like, that the house was built around it instead of it being in the house. You know what I mean? It just was seamless. They were very conscientious, very professional, always.
Getting to come now and actually see how all of their items are being stored in this space is great. And actually seeing how she has the office set up and where she's able to work every day, and seeing the sweater collection. So it's great. And they're wonderful hosts. This is a beautiful home. And I'm just so happy that I was able to be a part of their process for their lifelong home, hopefully, like she said, Lisa and Jim plan on this being their forever home. So I'm glad that I could be a part.
By the time the installers were leaving, we were already deciding what is next. So we have 3 more projects at least that we want to try to do. We want to put another Murphy bed in the other room, again, because it's just he and I 90% of the time. So we need to use our rooms for multi-purpose rooms. So we want to put another Murphy bed in. We want to get our laundry room done. We want to get our butler's pantry done. Yeah, I would go back in a heartbeat, just in a heartbeat. So yeah, we're really, really happy with it.
That'll do it for another episode of Closet Factory's Operation Reorganization.
We hope you enjoyed seeing the beautiful designs Jacinta created for the Sanders and Tallmans. But those are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what she and her other designers can dream up. Give us a call and see what we can do for you.
See you next time.